Do I agree with the wording? I mean, this is quite difficult one. There are some issues which I agree, and there are some issues with which I agree a little bit. The general message, the general objective of the real resource forum, to put less stress due to the use of natural resources on the environment and on the world, is of course an objective that I fully share. And one of the things that we really have to push for is resource efficiency. It's very clear. In general, more resource efficiency means less environmental impacts, more competitiveness for industry. This is pure win-win. It's strange that we don't do it more, but we're doing our best ways good, especially when we come from a kind of environmental side, and I'm fully behind it. I hope it can help some policymakers to give it more sense of urgency of the problem, because I think that most policymakers really start to understand that there is a problem. Now the issue is to get it higher on the agenda.
Isn't it a bit complicated for policymakers that maybe do not care too much about these issues? Like a call for action that would be shorter and conciser, wouldn't it be more effective?
It is of course much easier to say that climate change will happen so dramatically that half of the world will be flooded and the ice barrier will not even have a piece of ice anymore to walk upon, which is much more appealing. This message is much more complicated, but it's not because messages are complicated that you shouldn't bring them.
Do you think it will remain only a call, or it will stimulate an action really, like in reality?
There's never a direct link between one call and one specific action. Which is happening, I will again make the link with the climate change. The IPCC, the International Panel for Climate Change, made several reports. There is growing awareness of sustainability and environmental issues. There was the movie of Al Gore, and above all, maybe not above all, but in addition to this, we had a very hot summer in Europe on that moment, which is statistically irrelevant, but it helped people. And those things together suddenly made that there was a window of opportunity to put a big climate change package on the table in Europe, as well to get the climate change move all over the world. Well, this call for action here will be the same. It is one part, we need other parts, and all together they will create a movement, and hopefully they will create a window of opportunity where some more specific actions can be taken.
You have said that you don't agree with certain parts in the call. Which one specifically, maybe just one, which one you don't agree?
Well, that's a bit difficult, and I have to start to become more complicated, but one of the ideas is to have an absolute reduce of resources. While in general, of course, the less resources you use, in general, the less impact you have. That's a very clear message, and it's completely true. But, and that's the big issue, it depends on which materials you use, which ones. If it leads to a kind of solution that, for instance, the Dutch will not use sand anymore to build their dikes, but will use steel or titanium, I'm not convinced that the environmental impacts will diminish. So this should be looked after, and it's not tackled yet in the declaration. I know it's implicit somewhere, but I would like to have this quite explicit. That's one thing. Secondly, is we are among the happy few. There's 80% in the world who don't have anything or almost anything. What are we going to do with these people who still need to build their houses, their infrastructure, their roads, their whatever? Are we going to deny them access to resources, saying, I'm sorry, we have enough, we can live with much less, you cannot take this because nature will not sustain it? We could, if we would really be sure that nature could not sustain it, and that's an entire thing. We are not sure about sustainability levels of the Earth. We know that we're consuming more and more, that we're putting Earth under pressure, but we don't know exactly how much. You have this ecological footprint, where we are consuming more than 1.3 Earths.
Is that a critic to the footprint
No,
theory?
it's not a critic to the footprint. The footprint is giving this very good message. So are we consuming too much? But what the footprint does not do is to measure it exactly. And it's not meant to be like that. I mean, they will try to improve this method, but it's not like this. It's especially a warning function now. But in fact, the footprint could as well be 1.8 of 1 Earth. They don't know it too exactly enough. So if we're still under the carrying capacity of the Earth, and we don't know exactly, do we really need then to restrain from resource use, knowing that the rest of the world still need to build up their lives and having an acceptable welfare level? That's one of the main problems.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.